Welcome. You have reached review time with Imperial. Today's review will be the Game of Thrones Season 8 leading up to Season 6. It's not really a review. This is like my opinion or my thoughts are with everything that has gone by. I watched tons of different videos. It was really too late for me to start reviewing Game of Thrones, so I didn't even initiate to even try. So I just figured I don't have a way to get my back and forth going on, so this is my way to put my own video out on the matter. So of course, leading up to this moment, I don't have to give you a breakdown of which happened episode to episode. If you're a Game of Thrones fan, you have seen everything that happened up into the end of Season 5. And there have been leaks that leaked out over the last few weeks that have been actually coming out to be true. It doesn't tell you step by step, but it's showing key moments of the leaks, and they're actually playing out. So what was in the leaks, it was Jaime leaving Brienne and having that conversation, Brienne having that conversation with him. It was Tyrion freeing Jaime. It was Sansa's people capturing Jaime. It was Jaime and Cersei dying. The Clegane Bowl, of course, that was a part of the leak. It also showed Varys would die. Now, that's where we at to this point. It also talked about Dany's dragon dying as well. Now, we all know Daenerys has went Mad Queen. And they totally killed her character, everything she's been leading up to. But then you hear people back and forth saying, well, at that moment when the bells was ringing in the episode 5, she felt that she could have felt that they were going to betray her, and by her being weak or showing them mercy, they could have did something slick and stopped her from getting the throne. So this was her way of making sure that she doesn't lose the throne by basically annihilating the whole King's Land. And that's basically what she did. She annihilated, and she wouldn't stop. And that's the thing where she didn't just go to the main castle where Cersei could have been. She didn't know whether Cersei was there or not. She just destroyed everything. The whole King's Landing. She didn't care who was down on the ground that was getting killed in the process. Her own men or whoever, was no real strategy plan. It was just get rid of everything. So that kind of like, everybody looking at it, oh man, she went Mad Queen, like she's unstable. The Clegane Bowl, it is what it is. The mountain, he wasn't even a mountain no more. He was like a demon possessed, super strong, whatever. Took a knife to the stomach, that didn't bother him. Knife in the eye, that didn't bother him. He still was coming, so his brother just looked at it like, he's gonna live. I gotta just basically die with him. So he jumped off the cliff with him. We will hope that definitely would have killed the Hound, but we will hope that would have killed the Mountain as well. So now we gotta get into episode 6, and the remaining leaks is sketchy, but you can't go against them because the other leaks was valid, and this all came from the same leak or whatever. All these leaks was on like the same group. So the remaining leak is Daenerys wants to place Tyrion on trial to die because he let Jaime go, and she told him she was, he got one more time to do whatever. So that you had, they're saying Sansa and Tyrion makes a plot to overthrow Daenerys, but then Sansa backtracked Tyrion. So I don't know. That was sketchy. That's sketchy right there. Then they say Jon's going to kill Daenerys. All right, we kind of see that. Then they say Jon is going to then not take the throne, but go to back to the Night's Watch up north with them. That's what he really feel where he's from. Sansa would take over as queen of the North, and they will vote Bran to take over as king, and he'll have like a panel of people who he confide in, which would be Sam Tarly, Bronn. I guess Bronn gonna finally get his castle. Sam Tarly, Bronn, Tyrion, and I forgot who they said the other person was supposed to be. Bronn, Sam Tarly, Sam, and the dude that was with Jon Snow the whole time, whatever his name is, Davos or something like that, whatever his name is, him, and that's supposed to be the council, and with Bran taking over. So it kind of like, that's sketchy. Like, if that's going to be the end, and Bran always said he didn't want it, he's not really Bran no more, he's something else, Three-Eyed Raven, so the Three-Eyed Raven is going to be the king? Is that even possible? Man, it just seemed like the writing just went somewhere else. Like, they decided, just put something together, let's get it done, put it out there, whether fans like it or not, this is it. So fans will be disappointed if that's actually the leaks. But what was not inside of the script, now before I even talk about that part, let me go back to Daenerys. Now, people upset with Daenerys, of course, how they wrote her, turning her into the Mad Queen pretty much. And also, everybody she was surrounded with through her trials and tribulations, she lost. Everybody she felt that loved her truly was killed in her fight for this situation or whatever. So that's Drogon, Missandei, what's the other? Her dragon. Both dragons, rather. She lost them all. And all she had left, of course, Grey Worm, but he's a warrior, soldier, and Jon. And so when Jon said, "You'll always be my queen," and she went up to Jon to, kiss him, but ever since Jon knows that that's his aunt, he's been standoffish. He doesn't look at her like, he look at, that's my queen, but he don't look at her like sexually and in that nature no more. So, and she felt it. He did that before, last episode in episode 4, where they kissed and he kind of pulled back. And then this episode 5, he did it again. And then she was saying, like, "I love you, and then you're my queen." And then she said, "Is that all I am?" Like, basically she's saying to him, like, are we more than that? Are we going to be something? Or whatever. So she basically saying, I don't have any love here. So if I don't have love, all I got left is fear. So I got to impose that, because I want this. So when he pulled back, that was her confirmation. Because you're not going to love me like the way I need you to love me, pretty much. So you just want to be my friend or whatever. Like, I can't have that. So therefore, I can't go off of, if I don't go as hard on these people, I can't go that's going to make me in more favor with you. So I might as well just go do whatever, because I'm not going to get more favor with you or not. So it's going to be interesting to see if the leak that says Jon is supposed to kill Daenerys, how's she going to let him get that close to her for him to do that? So, that's going to be interesting, how that's going to play out, how he going to get to do that. Plus, you had Arya. None of the leaks, now going back to the leaks, none of the leaks speak to Arya. Arya was at the King's Landing when all this was going on. She got to witness Daenerys going crazy on a dragon, just killing people, slaughtering innocent people. She witnessed innocent people getting slaughtered. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out with Arya, because right now, many will believe that Arya is going to be on a rampage because she witnessed all this to kill Daenerys. So it's going to be interesting to see how that play out. Now, all these leaks and stuff, I hear nobody talking about Drogon. If the leak is leaking on Daenerys, Jon's going to have to kill Daenerys, and that's what's going to happen. There's nothing to say, well, what's going to happen to her dragon? Because you got this big dragon that pretty much annihilated the whole army by himself. Pretty much killed the fleet in the ocean. And we'd like to see Euron Greyjoy, his niece, come back and kill him. We would have liked that, seen that or whatever. But nevertheless, that didn't happen. So nevertheless, the whole fleet got killed, and then she annihilated all of the ballistas, and then she took down the castle and killed the innocent people, and all of the golden armor, they wasn't crap. So all for one dragon. So what's going to happen to Drogon? So it's got to be in the last episode, season 6. There has to be some type of something that's going to happen to him. Either he's going to get killed, or that could be Arya's. Because when you kept seeing Arya look, she was looking at the dragon flying like that. Remember, she's always been fascinated wanting to fly dragons or whatever. So is it going to be something in the twist, like somehow Arya kills Drogon? Somehow Drogon is going to get killed or whatever. Now, here's a theory, or not a theory, like a prediction rather, or something I was thinking of. What if all this time we've been seeing Jon look at Drogon, and then that last time when it showed him kissing Daenerys, and Drogon was looking into him and he was looking to Drogon, what if that was Drogon recognizing that who he is, and that could be like his next whatever? And not saying that Drogon would trade on Daenerys, but maybe that's some type of connection there with Jon and Drogon, where Jon makes Drogon leave or something. And I was looking at that. Just a theory, just a thought as I sat here and just process how that, because nobody's speaking on, well, what's going to happen to Drogon? Because if we kill Daenerys, all right, she's dead, and there's no leak to speak to Grey Worm. And Grey Worm, he's going to defend Daenerys to the end. So it's not going to just go out like Daenerys is going to die, and that's going to be what it is, and he's just going to take new leadership. He's going to die for her. So therefore, I can see Jon Snow and him having a battle, a fight to the death, either before or once he find out Jon killed Daenerys, and then they got to fight to the death or whatever. Because I can't see him just letting that slide. Then it could have been some foreshadowing when the last time Melisandre and Grey Worm was pretty much talking, and she was like, my people, you'll like my people, and she was explaining to Grey Worm about her people. What if he ends up going back to where she's from, where her people and stuff like that? Because he really, I guess where they come from, they were taken, so he really don't have any family. That's all he knew or whatever. So that could be something too, you know what I mean? A little foreshadowing there. So nevertheless, that's as much as I got to say on the matter. I'm not on any forums with any groups that I can speak to, so I do got this little platform I created, that I'm building, that this could, what I'm saying, this is where I could put my opinion and my thoughts out on the matter. So other than that, stay tuned to the next review or video. Till next time, subscribe and like.